All right, now we'll turn to the pros. There's a lot of things been going on.
Wait.
Oh, dear, now you're going to throw something else in.
Yes, you did. Let me tell you my great experience on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. Going back to the Thunder, it was actually Star Wars night. They won.
Yeah, we had a turtle out there. He lost.
Oh.
No names. But, yeah, they had the little Boba Fett that won was awesome.
And they had a Boba Fett in the audio room where I was at.
Yeah, and I thought that was awesome, too. Especially with the first time Idaho scored their first goal. And they had Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. No, Revenge of the... What's the second one called?
The Sith? Yeah.
No.
Strikes Back.
The Empire Strikes Back, that's what it was. When they had Luke
Oh,
Skywalker.
aren't you a nerd?
Yeah, nerd. When he had it chopped off his hand, he goes, no! And then they go Revenge of the Sith to Darth Vader, where it's, no! When they scored. I thought that was really cool. But it took them forever. But folks, all my fans out there, just to let you know, I was finally put on the Jumbotron.
Congrats.
Yes, I was on the Jumbotron.
And you thought you were only on there for like 5 seconds. You were on there for a good 20, 25.
Yes.
And you weren't paying attention.
Well, that's not my fault. Yes, and Alicia did yell at me about that later on. But I got my 49er sign up there. It doesn't matter what it said now because the season's over. But I did get it on there. Alicia got her sign on the air, and it was awesome. It was a great moment in Richard's life.
So... obviously, the lockout ended and the NHL is back on. I mean, what, if any, thoughts do you guys have?
Red Wings suck.
Thank you so much for saying that. But seriously, what do you guys think of this lockout ending, 48-game season?
I think it's trash.
Yeah.
Why is that? I want to hear this.
48 games. How many games are in the season?
82.
82. So
NBA did 66 during their little
48
lockout.
games. I mean, we all know who's going to win it this year.
Let's hear it.
We know the San Jose Sharks.
Oh, Jesus. Probably going to die here now.
Yeah, well, hurry up, because the Sharks, I mean, this is like their easiest chance. If they can't win a title here, they ought as well just disband the team and, move back to, make them the San Francisco Bulls.
Oh, my God. Really? Just jump into that already?
Yeah, I mean, San Jose, they started off strong. This is a 48-game season. I mean, the Los Angeles Kings can't even defend their title right. I mean, this is horrible. This is just a moneymaker from all the money they lost. Pete?
I agree. I mean, the lockout's it went on for so long that everybody's lost interest.
I mean, the fans that you don't see every day. I mean, the hardcore hockey fans, you'll always have them.
Of course, you're always going to have the hardcore
But the
fans.
typical fans that fill up the seats during the playoffs, you lost them.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Well, no, you haven't lost them until the playoffs started. Their teams are in the playoffs. That's when they come back.
Yeah, that's what makes them a hosiery.
Well, go ahead.
I mean, they lost so much. I mean, what's the big deal with money? These players got paid enough. I mean, the rules before this whole lockout is you could sign as long as you want for as much money as you possibly can. I mean, there was, a 20-year, $280 million contract that the league voided and only made it, a 6-year, $120 million contract.
That's expensive.
But still, contracts like those are nuts. And yeah, maybe they needed to do something about this, but they didn't need to take away most of the season and then make the players even more greedier that they still want money. Most of these players have enough after their first or second year because they're such big superstars.
Now, the main question here is, because you're the hockey nerd. All right. I know your Anaheim Ducks got a good chance now.
Yeah, I know. It's scary, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I got to hear you talk all semester now. Do you consider whoever wins it in NHL Stanley Cup champions this year?
You know what? We had this discussion about the Heat with their 66-game season for the NBA.
That's 66 games.
Well, this is 48. That's actually pretty much split in half.
Yeah, but there's no All-Star game unless you go 24 games.
You know what? I don't even know what they're doing for the All-Star game. I'll try to get back to you guys on that. But do I feel like they're champions? If they say they're champions, they're champions.
I agree with you on that. I just don't like it. I really do not like how they did
I
this.
mean, if San Jose wins it, and if they do, congrats. But I don't want to hear you say, oh, my God, we finally won the Cup. You did it in a 48-game season.
If Detroit Red Wings win the Cup this year, then I officially say the schedule is a nice job.
I mean, any of those teams...
DJ bias.
Any of those teams that have won multiple Cups, like Detroit, Montreal, the Rangers, any of those teams. I won't say anything much. But if you have one of those teams for like the very first time, like San Jose, Phoenix, Nashville, be quiet. Play an 82-game season, then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is what, 32 games out already?
Yeah, well, how many games have gone? About 9 or 8. That's about the average right now.
32 games that we missed. That those should be huge games. Those should come down to who gets in the playoffs and who doesn't.
I mean, I'm looking at this right now, the standings, and right now some actually make sense. Like if we were doing a good 82-game season, the only one that really makes like perfect sense is the Pacific Division. Everyone else is kind of a shock because of the shortened season.
Yeah.
I mean, the Islanders are actually up there. That's different.
They've been decent lately.
But they really haven't stepped it up.
They choked last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they choked last year.
I mean, Montreal, 2 years ago, was a playoff team. Then they decided to just go haywire and be crap last year.
Yeah, what about Vancouver?
Vancouver is actually in the top of their division. Almost a three-way tie. In fact, 4 of the 5 teams in their division. Oh, you're leaving me?
No, go ahead.
Anyways, 4 of the 5 teams are in the are within 1 point or 2 points of one another. So that's also a little different. I mean, the only team that's not near them is Calgary, and right now they're the worst team in the league. So, and then you see Winnipeg actually remotely close in the standings, and they weren't supposed to be good. They're the former Atlanta Thrashers for anyone who...
My favorite team.
Any team from Atlanta, except San Francisco for football.
Yeah. I'm now a Raven fan.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm jumping on the bandwagon like half these people here at school.
How many Raven jerseys have we seen?
I haven't seen one.
That's probably a good thing.
I think half of them don't even know who's on the Ravens.
No, Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis, who's no longer on the team no more.
That's probably like the best news that we've actually heard.
Yeah. I've almost committed murder like 7 times.
Oh my God.
I mean, 2 weeks of Ray Lewis was too much.
Yeah, I think we're done here, and this show is actually done here.
No! I sound like the Thunder,
huh? Next time I'll try to invite Pete to Star Wars Night. He's a little upset that I didn't tell him about it.
Oh, Pete, you gotta pay attention to the world.
Or pay attention to me. With that, again...
What were you saying?
Nothing. With that, we'll conclude our show. Thanks ever so much for listening.
And not listening.
We will be back next Monday or maybe another day. Stay tuned to our website on Facebook.com/DC Sports Hour. With that, this is Vinsanity,
Crazy Richie,
and Pistol P
saying we're signing off and saying see you next week.
Happy trails!
I got smart about mortgages. Now, it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about college. Now my kid's off to a great start.
When it comes to